Today is Monday, February 21st. Today is the first day that Piper, we get up around 6 in the morning, get our things together, because Mondays we're going to do, we go to the hospital and she gets intravenous steroid. It's called Salumadrol. That's one of the names of it. So that's an IV. It's about an hour. She gets that. And then we come over. So that's at the Lurie Hospital. And then we come to the DaVita clinic for dialysis. It's not too far away. It's in a car. It's like 12 minutes away from the hospital. So she's in doing dialysis right now. They let me go in with her the first time, which was Friday, and they let you go in the first time, but after that they don't want anybody else in there, just to keep everything sterile, less germs, because when they get hooked up and when they get hooked off, it's very important that there's no germs and it's cleaned properly, because any infection of any sort would be extremely bad. But they're really careful about that stuff, so that's not one of the worries, But the blood pressure seems to be on the high side, and that's what these dialysis 3 times a week are going to try to pull fluid from her and clean her blood. But it's a very slow process. They can only pull so much fluid out at a time, and they can clean blood so much. The numbers are good with the BUN as far as what the blood being cleaned out, but the fluid she retains is there's a good amount of fluid that she's retaining. Her legs are swollen, her face is swollen, her cheeks are swollen. And that's all due to the lupus nephritis. It's symptoms of it. And she's on 2 immune suppressing drugs. So basically that means like her white blood cell counts are low, her red blood cell counts are low. So we have to be really careful with germs around her. So that's why we're not having like a bunch of visitors. We really can't, because if she gets sick, then that's a whole nother thing that we can stay away from just by keeping germs away from her. She had some visitors. She had 2 friends come over one day on Saturday, I think it was. They wore masks the whole time, just trying to keep germs away from her, because her blood cells are low, so she's susceptible to getting sick, and we don't need her to be getting sick on top of having a disease that's attacking her kidneys. So it's great that we're out of the hospital. I feel that we can give her the care that she needs, at this point, knowing what needs to be done, what needs, like the dialysis. And we just got, from Liz's parents, we just got a little machine that'll check her blood pressure, so we can keep an eye on her blood pressure if it gets concerning to a concerning level. She's on 3 different types of blood pressure medication. So we're keeping an eye. Her sodium we have to keep an eye on her sodium. She's allowed 2,000 milligrams of that a day. I mean, if you look at some of your canned goods, like I looked at a can of chili, it was well over her daily allowance in sodium. So just to give you an idea of how much sodium is in a lot of things. But I talked to the nutritionist here for a short second. I'm going to be called in to have a meeting with her when she's available, because this dialysis is 3 hours. But one thing that she told me, like we were watching sodium because of her blood pressure, but we were watching potassium. But she had said if her labs come back and her potassium is low, then we can give her more potassium. So that's something that can fluctuate with her labs that I didn't know about till today. So definitely keep an eye on sodium, and then potassium can kind of go with her labs. So that's kind of cool, just because I thought it was just like, oh, I got to keep them both down, but the potassium can be kind of fluctuating. I don't have the most recent labs. I have the labs from the day she was discharged, but they took blood for her labs today, so I might have more info on her labs later on today when they post it. We have an app called My Charts, which it goes right to that when it's available, so that's really good. So we can keep an eye on that stuff. So she's scheduled for this type of thing Monday with the steroid at the hospital, and then dialysis directly after that, and then dialysis Wednesday and Friday. She's scheduled on this till at least March 21st. That's just what's already scheduled. So through March 21st, that's the Monday. And then we see a lupus doctor on April 14th. And then things will be reevaluated about what the next thing is. But yeah, it's great she's out of the hospital, but it doesn't mean she's in the clear. I wish I could say it. I wish I could say that she is, but just keep on doing what we can do, and make sure that we stick with this regimen and just put faith in the science of what the doctors are going by, and just so grateful that there's these dialysis machines. Like, I've come to find out that there's only 3 DaVita pediatric places in the whole country. So, I mean, if there's any positivity in all of this, it's like, at least the pediatric dialysis place is right here in Chicago. At least this didn't happen when it was mad lockdown and we couldn't be with her, you know? Like, there are some good things when you peel away all the crap on top. But just have to keep positive. I'm doing my best. And we'll just keep on doing what we're doing. Just keep the good vibes coming, because it's a long road, but we'll get a handle on it. All right. I love you guys. Bye.